Hello and welcome to PMCLounge.com. This is Lounge Fever, a series of videos where we try to answer your questions. And the question that we are trying to answer today is, do self-organizing teams have no boss? Let's look into it. If you want to go over other questions that we have answered, your FAQs that we have answered around the topics of Agile, then check out the first link in the description. Second and third link are also going to be playlists, which are very important if you're preparing for your PMP exam or PMI-ACP exam. All right, let's get ahead. A quick reminder to hit that like button and spread the word about PMC Lounge. So we've talked about self-organizing teams in the past as well. Teams like these, they decide what they will build and how they are going to build it, right? So that is why these are known as self-organizing teams. But this does not mean that there is no boss. Actually, if you're working in an organization, everyone has a boss unless you yourself are the CEO. So if you're not a CEO, chances are that you have a boss, a manager that you report to. But in the self-organizing team environment, in a setting where a lot of teams, all the teams are self-organizing teams, managers are not people who micromanage. They do not micromanage because they trust their teams to deliver the most valuable software that the team can. So managers are there. You do have a boss if you're working in an environment or if you're part of a team which is a self-organizing team, but managers do not micromanage because they trust their teams enough to know that the teams are going to build uh, the most valuable software that the team can. All right, so let's take a quick look at the authority that the self-organizing team possesses. Number one is the authority to decide which feature must be included in the software and which feature can be excluded from the ongoing sprint. Now, your managers or your higher management, they can obviously influence what you build, but ultimate authority of what you are going to build is with the self-organizing team itself, is with the Scrum team itself. And to help the Scrum team do so, we have a role known as product owner who is senior enough to take such decisions in terms of what feature should be built, what feature should be excluded, what feature can be built in the next sprint, so on and so forth. Next is the authority to plan the work the way the team feel is most effective to deliver all these features. So what should be delivered is a freedom or an authority that the self-organizing team has, and how they are going to deliver it is also the authority or the freedom that the self-organizing team has. Finally, self-organizing teams have the flexibility to make decisions at the last responsible moment. They don't have to plan the entire project in their minds, right? They can take decision at the last responsible moment. And in agile environment, in a scrum environment, that is the most effective time to make important project decisions. So self-organizing teams, they have the freedom, they have the authority to take decisions at the last responsible moment. So this slide basically sums up the authority that self-organizing team has. They do have a boss, but their boss is not someone who is going to micromanage the team. Their boss is going to understand the fact that these are the authorities of the self-organizing team. These are the freedoms that self-organizing teams possess. I'd highly suggest that you watch these two important videos after you're done watching this one. Number one is self-organizing team. We've talked about what self-organizing team really is. And number two is making decisions at the last responsible moment. What does this really mean? What does it take to make decisions at the last responsible moment, right? So these two important videos will be linked in the description below, fourth and fifth link respectively. Do check these two videos. These are very important and are going to help you understand the concept of self-organizing team and understand the concept of making decisions at the last responsible moment. So a fun question to end this video: what could go wrong if managers micromanage in an agile environment? Can you think of certain situations where you have a micromanaging manager in an agile environment? and what would happen? Let me know in the comments. Definitely looking forward to them. And that's all that we had in this video. I hope you got value out of it. Smash that like button if you did. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. And hit that bell icon to stay notified every time we upload new content. Do check our website out, pmclounge.com, your number one free PMP and project management resource. And if you like our work, consider contributing at pmclounge.com/contribute.